Am I the a-hole for refusing to go on family vacation and ruining it for everyone else? Every year, the first week of the year, my mother-in-law and stepfather-in-law take their kids and now their families on a vacation. This started because both have kids from other marriages and it was too hard chaotic to try to work out Christmas with other parents, so they started this and they celebrate Christmas there. They always go to a place where they could go skiing and or snowboarding. I cannot ski or snowboard. I've never made a big deal of it, and I would just go tubbing or to the spa and just generally relax while they're out. In 2022, I was pregnant, so I couldn't go tubbing, but I also had a 1-year-old, so I went with him in the snow and played, walked around, or just hung out in the room. Last year, I had 3 kids, my now 2-year-old and 27 months old. How old would a 27-month-old be? I hate when people do this. And was pretty much stuck in a non-baby-proofed room with them all week. It wasn't an enjoyable experience, but I did it for the sake of their tradition and for my kids to see them. This year, I was also pregnant again with triplets. I told my husband, what is she, a rabbit? Damn, she gives birth every year. I told my husband that I would rather not go this year because I don't want to be far from the hospital in case, and I don't have the energy to keep up with 3 toddlers in another non-baby-proofed room. Since all I would be doing is watching the kids, I'd rather do it at our home where I'm comfortable. He said he understood and asked if I would mind if he went. I told him I would rather him not go the whole time because we need time off for when the babies come, but otherwise I didn't mind. So he told his mom and she wasn't thrilled with it. Really wanted our kids to come and for him the whole week, but she dropped it. When my husband arrived at the vacation, his mom apparently lost it and started crying and ran to her room. Father-in-law says she had hoped he would bring the kids because now it's not a family vacation. She was apparently sad the rest of the time. My husband said he just wanted to enjoy some time with his family, and if he had brought the kids, he would be spending time with his kids in a hotel room, not the rest of the family. So then they moved to me. Why couldn't she come and watch the kids? She's not that far along. 22 weeks. That's how pregnant she is. 22 weeks. She's watching the kids at home anyways. She could do it here, etc. My husband stuck up for me. At least he says he did. But the comments came here and they were for the rest of the week. We mainly ignored this, and after the trip, they didn't bring it up again. Then they asked if we could come down for my husband's brother's surprise party at the end of February. This was a pretty easy no, as I'll be 29 weeks with triplets by that point. Husband told his mom, and it's like floodgates have opened. Every possibly slight I've committed against them is coming out, but mainly me skipping the vacation and ruining it because it wasn't a family vacation, and that was the whole point. They say I'm keeping my husband from them on purpose. They aren't wrong in that I could have watched the kids in the hotel room, so I'm wondering if I am the a-hole. No, OP is not the a-hole. How do they expect her to watch all those little children run around and while she's pregnant with triplets? 22 weeks or not, she's pregnant with triplets. And on top of that, what do you mean the mother-in-law thinks that you're keeping her away from your husband? At the end of the day, mother-in-law needs to understand that this man, her son, is a grown adult man now. He's married. He has kids, 3, 2 more on the way, a pregnant wife. He has more responsibilities on his hand. And sometimes when you're older and you have responsibilities in life, you can't always do everything you want with your mother and your father and your other siblings who probably have nothing going on in their life. Like, the mother-in-law isn't giving birth. She doesn't have small children running around for her. The father-in-law, too. This is a new family that's literally starting off right now. So, of course, they're going to have to take time off things. Of course, they can't make it certain things. And if his mom can't understand that, then I don't know what to tell you, OP. Am I the a-hole for telling my husband that he was out of line for the way he treated my daughter? I, 39 female, have been married to my husband, 41 male, for 8 years now. I have a daughter, 14, from a previous relationship. My ex and I split apart when she was young on the account that we were pretty young and were heading in different directions in life. Since then, my ex has continued to be active in our daughter's life. My husband and I had a son together a few years ago, 5, and ever since then I have noticed a significant change in my husband's attitude towards my daughter, which has gradually deteriorated their friendship with each other over the years. I have found myself constantly having to remind him about his behavior and pick him up on little things. Most of it has been brushed off by him until recently. My husband was furious with my daughter for leaving old sanitary products in our toilet's trash can. We have a small home and have one toilet between us that we all share. My husband said it was inconsiderate to the boys in the home and that neither him or our son went to see anything like that. I was furious. Later that week, when my daughter went to my ex's house for the weekend, we got into a heated argument where I unloaded all my pent up frustration towards the treatment of my daughter on him. It's been a week or since the argument, and my husband has been blanking me since, talking only when necessary and straight up ignoring my daughter and I. Was I wrong to bring this up with him? How do I move forward with this? You're definitely not wrong. I hate when people get married to someone who has kids and either the person doesn't like the person's children because the person has children, I don't know, or the person doesn't like the kids and they act up on them when they have their own biological, child. I'm glad that you're standing up for your daughter. Clearly this is not a healthy environment for your child to be in. Imagine being a 14-year-old girl and your stepdad is trying to, what do you call, start issues with you when you didn't even do anything to him. Yeah, I'm definitely not wrong. What do you guys think?